know when we're starting. Start.
Let me make sure everyone is here. I believe Vera said he was BRB.
Yep.
Everyone, make sure you got your snacks, your drinks, because once we get rolling, I want to try and roll as long as we can. You got this. This would be session 3. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that. Don't.
I mean, all of Roll20 could explode. That'd be pretty bad.
We have other means of playing.
All of Discord could explode too.
We have other means of discussing.
Didn't we use TeamSpeak before? Is that what we used?
We've used TeamSpeak, Google Hangouts,
Hangouts,
Skype.
that's what it was. I don't even have Skype anymore.
Skype is so bad.
I wouldn't wish Skype on my worst enemy.
I would.
Wow.
Maybe my worst enemy.
I would. If we're clarifying worst enemy, absolutely.
Do people really
no
have
hesitation? Do people really have enemies? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This gets longer every day.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I have a coworker at work that I hate. She's an enemy. She's pretty high on the list too. She doesn't understand computers, so she probably wouldn't even know what a Skype is.
I feel like people who don't know computers know what Skype is because they don't know that there are better programs.
That's fair.
And most computers come with Skype pre-installed.
Do they still?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't bought a actually built computer in a while, so I have no idea. Or laptop.
Yeah, it took me forever to scrub Skype from this laptop.
It's like a curse. Just so hard to get rid of.
Anyhow, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Let's go with our quick roll call to make sure that everyone is actually here. Has snacks, has drinks, has all the goodies ready to go, including character sheets open, yada yada, bloody blada. Scorgan.
I am here.
Jera.
Hello.
Percival.
Hello, my friends.
Zeris.
Hey.
Knock.
Eh,
And Lissa.
absent.
Okay, well, Lissa takes 1d100 plus 100 points of psychic damage.
Wow.
You're pretty high on that.
Whoo, boy!
Thank God for that feat, huh?
Anyhow, so good evening and welcome once again to Shades of Crimson's Vengeance. Where we last left off, the party managing to clear the first wing of the area came upon what appeared to be this solid wall of blackened mist, obscuring vision, with a perception of the keen-eared and sharp-witted Knock, the obvious presence of some distant conversation loomed ahead. With interaction with what appeared to be the specter of one Albert, a ghost encountered earlier in that particular session, the trapped runes that lined the floor were temporarily disabled, allowing passage after many standard operating procedure attempts of the guild to test the destructive qualities of said trap.
To be fair, I think only one person set him off.
Standard operating procedure.
Throw stuff at it and see what
Throw-
works.
just literally throwing things at it. Passing through the mist and managing, for the most part, as a whole, to withstand the brunt of the mist itself. Jera and Percival were the first to come upon two huge giant skeletons. For those who think I'm just multi-using words, no, they're to the learned here, literal giant skeletons. It was touch and go. Percival unfortunately took a bit more of a brunt than he could really handle. Went down, and with the aid of Xeris and Raven working in tandem, managed to come back to his feet as the party exhausted a great deal of resources to down these foes. There, on the other side of the door, creaking open, the words, "I told you to handle this interruption. You have failed me far too often. If they interrupt my plans, it is you I will send to an eternal pit of torment. End them." As our brave adventurers of Balhara try to rally forth and catch their breath, the large stone doors separating this section and the other of the temple creak open. Lissa, do you intend to wait for a dramatic moment to move, or are you going to let the door slam on you as it opens up towards these two walls here?
I'm gonna shadow step over here.
Okay. Now, excuse me while I, dynamic lighting! Click, click, click! Boop.
All right.
Whose spell was this? I'm going through my notes here.
I think that was a Spirit Guardians that was dropped.
Uh-huh.
No, that was aura around him that was dropped. So that's something else. Oh, you didn't put thorns down or anything like that, did you? Checking my notes.
If you guys need
Right,
to,
it was body.
better stay close.
Oh, right, where the body fell. Okay.
Where's
We'll just move him there into the back.
Wait, is the llama bird really all the way back there, or is that a different token?
The llama bird, Payu, as you recall, was the only official casualty, as far as y'all know, of the combat, having dove to protect Dinner Elf.
Ah,
That is an official title, Dinner Elf. Okay. Now that we know what that little section is, oh, there's my cheat sheet for your perceptions. I was wondering where I put that. There we go. Awaiting you on the other side of the door, as hopefully everyone can see. Hopefully
Yeah, I see
light, because like
Yeah.
I said, as we mentioned, we have new layers that I really hope are official layers, because
I'm 90% sure they're better roll
You're-
20.
nothing's been said over there. Anyhow, that's all we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
A large force of skeletal soldiers await, armed and armored, in what appears to be pretty decent iron plate. A clear and organized force led by two stalwart figures that hold a similar presence to your own Percival, minus being encased entirely in that obsidian ooze that wraps about him.
can I cast
Everyone-
light on a bubble and throw it at him?
You can see.
Yeah, but I want to throw light at him.
What you can do is roll initiative.
Oh.
As in formation, they begin to move forward. Sorry, Payu. And let's make sure Raven rolls initiative and the chance he acts within the combat. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't want to assume your Raven's gender. Is he? Yes.
I think it's a he.
Okay.
It's tricky with birds.
Yeah. Well, I ain't checking.
It's a good idea. Where is his?
It's right. It's right. The little itty bitty token on top of the giant. Right
'Cause I have
there.
to click it to be able to. There it is. Maybe? Yeah.
Yep.
Wait a second. Why is my ping red? Shouldn't it be green?
There's issues at the moment where some of the colors are getting swapped about. So
Interesting.
Oh, I just had to like
Yeah.
click it again. That's weird. Had to
Yeah.
rechange my color.
okay, has everyone rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So we're just waiting on La Bird, not Bird Llama. I mean, unless Knock, you intend to try and have your party hold off the army for 10 minutes. Just it actually wouldn't be the first time in this group now that I think about it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Be with you in a moment. Just 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, right. Let's go ahead and and they changed. Now the change to the initiative tracker I know is not Better Roll 20. That's one of the Hacktoberfest things. I'm fairly sure. So, and all my important stats just disappeared from. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. Lysa,
That's me. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the blue guy there.
on the blue guy there.
Yeah, the top blue guy, that one.
Okay. Let me know what you roll.
15, 28, and 20.
15, 28, and 20. Well, the 28 should definitely be a hit. I'm double checking the 20 here quickly as my tool will allow me. Correct. So everything but the 15 is a hit.
Woo.
The first blast arcing wide as it actually seems to step into in its forward procession of moving the troops forward, steps into the blast.
Well, good.
Something doesn't seem to have expected Eldritch Horror tentacle blast thingies to come flying out of the door.
Is it an action to drink a potion?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, then I have nothing more.
Do you want to pull out a potion as your free
Yes.
action?
I am pulling it out, but I'm not drinking
Your
it.
item interaction, so to speak. Okay, so that
But I'm
was.
eyeing it very neatly.
Mutt, didn't you say last week that we saw like an old wizard guy?
The figure that you saw last week, I guess I'll throw that up again, was this fellow who was the one who said those wonderful lines
Okay,
and
he was-
commanded someone who you don't know because his back was to you.
Mhm.
He was talking to someone on the other side, far side of the temple and told them to end you before flittering away into nothing, seeming to.
I don't like angry squid.
And as noted, one of those floating books for Skorgan was fairly familiar. Now, excuse me while I pack move creatures. And
So I'm not gonna lie. This looks pretty bad.
It's all right.
Don't worry, Percival is clearly becoming Venom, so he's all good on that run.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Knock,
got
you're
this.
up.
Whichever one she was attacking, the opposite of that one.
Okay, so southern one.
Well, 20's been freezing a lot lately. For me, anyway.
Okay. Nox color is purple. So you focus your ire on the southern wrathy creature. Your first arrow goes wide, actually crashes into the plate of one of the skeletons behind, shattering into splinters before the second one seems to sink and run home.
That's it.
And you and Lysa are officially tied for damage. Good job. And with an ethereal quickness, they seem to shimmer, and as they quickly make their way through the rank and file soldiers, their focus bearing down on the individuals who have wronged them.
We didn't wrong them. We've done nothing.
You could try telling them that.
They'll dash to you.
And the mist is still there, right?
Yes, it is.
Hold the line.
Okay, against Alyssa, that is a 22.
Oh. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Against Knock, that is a clear and obvious miss. Lysa, that is 7 points of slashing damage as a blade apparates and cuts down very quickly, seizing your momentum from you. Though, it appears that it has made itself quite vulnerable to others. Xeris, you're up.
Cool. All of my buddies are gonna get hit with a mass healing word. No way. Is that Is that right?
Yep.
Damn, I thought we'd do a lot more. Wait, okay. Shoot, that was the wrong spell, but it's alright because that's a bonus action, so I'll take that anyways. So everybody gets 8 hit points.
Thank you.
And I don't want to do that yet because it's a bit too close, but oh, that's what I wanted. No. Okay. And everyone will also get hit with a Mass Cure
No, sir.
Wounds.
No, sir.
Why not?
Because you've already casted a non-cantrip spell.
It's a bonus action.
Yes, but it's still a non-cantrip spell. You only get one of those per turn, unless you quicken it.
Ah,
No, yeah, I think even if you quicken it, if I remember right.
That's the
Yeah.
gray area.
Yeah.
okay. Well, then
Or
I
no,
won't do
quicken
that.
it doesn't. The only thing that might is action surge.
Yeah.
I can cast a cantrip though, right?
You can
Yes,
cast
yes.
a cantrip. You can do
Okay.
anything else that you can do as an action, but you can't do any other leveled spell. So make sure you
Right.
add that spell back onto your counter if it took it from it.
I don't think it did, but yeah, I'll check.
I don't think I have the API on for it.
The guys that are real close to us, can you describe what they look like?
The ones to the south, or
That's on our people. That's like up and close.
I'll give you a nice
Um,
one, a biggie size one. Don't panic like you always
Yes.
do.
Ah!
Oh,
Like
Okay.
the one I'm telling not to panic is the only one that gonna panic. They do appear to be of sort of elven heritage. Their pointed ears. There does seem to be this inner fire to their otherwise semi-corporeal form that sort of flickers in and out, and a clear etched vision of anger on their face as they have focused in. Inner fire. Jared's like, oh, nope, fire, nope.
nope. I can't help it there.
This does not appear to be a literal fire, Mr. Fire Wizard. But definitely seems a far more competent undead than what you have faced so far.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'm going to take a step forward and cast, or well, use, not cast, but turn undead.
Okay.
And that should hit all the people in the front line
Yeah,
and
30, right?
yeah, 30, and the guys close to us.
Okay, so we're gonna work the skeleton line first.
17 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Boop, boop. Let's see here. Okay. I need everyone, including his allies, within 30 feet of the skeleton, to please make a dex save as he explodes.
Is there any?
That is everyone but Lysa, Jera, and Nock.
Do I
As bone-
suffer like disadvantage because cocoon or anything like that?
No. That's not giving any penalties as of yet.
Alright. Oof.
Ugh.
Okay. Those sub 10 take exactly 1 point
Oh.
of piercing damage. as you are bombarded by itty bitty shards of skeleton, or he explodes.
Ow. That looks like it hurt.
It's like a little speck of bone dust gets in your eye. It's really obnoxious. That brings us to. You've moved. You still have movement left. You want you've only
No.
moved 5 feet. Okay,
No,
we're gonna
that'll
stay
be
there. Okay. Scorgan, you're up. It's
Okay.
in the hallway around the corner. If you that way, you should be able to
Okay.
move it where you need it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just basically gonna go. Oh. Come on, move with me. I can see again.
Oh, you're still under the effects of blink, sir.
I know. At the end of
Make
my
sure.
turn.
Yeah, make sure we remember
I
this.
have a note. Yeah. I have.
Yeah, I had to make sure I had a note.
Yes. Okay. Scorgan retrieves his orb from under his hat, casting the hallway in bright light, 20 feet away. So we have a few more enemies.
Just a few.
Okay, it's an army.
I assume that explosion came from them. I know I have too many words, but
We'll say that's part of you conjuring your light and getting it into position.
yes. Let's go with. I want to bring out the big ones. So let's just go with. Frostbite on the one in front of Jera.
Okay.
Oh, that was a great frostbite.
All right. It does not succeed.
Do I have any feelings that it is resistant to this cold damage?
It did not appear to be.
Okay, that was more of a test, to be honest with you. Scorgan is going to step back here, and that will be the end of his turn. And let's see if he blinks out of existence. He does not.
Okay.
Hmm.
Jera!
Okay. I see some more friends. You know what? I'm gonna build a wall. A fire. Right across here.
Right across there, huh?
Yes.
Put the roll back down.
Hold on. I was actually casting the spell. Come on, roll 20.
Okay.
And I'm putting the fire on the left side, so it's actually useful.
Putting the fire on the left side.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm putting the damage on that side, Lissa.
So you can walk out, but you can't walk in.
Yes.
Interesting.
Like, so once you go out there, if the wall's still up, you probably don't want to walk back.
Oh, yeah, one side of the wall. That's weird.
And I'm using my staff to cast that.
Okay. Nimblest fucking skeleton you've ever seen in plate mail. It's just dancing in the flames, dancing in the flames.
Well, everything within 10 feet of there also.
Yeah, but that was the one I was worried about.
The one that was literally right off.
Yeah, literally in it. Like, whew, boy.
Everything within 10 feet of that takes damage too?
On that side.
Yeah.
Because the fire, the
Right.
bad fire's on that side.
All right. So see how they do. Bloop. Bloop. Bloop.
Glad you did that, because I'm out of channel divinities.
Bloop. Bloop. Bloop.
Damn.
Nice.
While the other one is still just tap dancing away.
Like, I don't think you'll understand. Clearing mobs
It's-
is what Jera is made for.
So a surge of flame roars from one end of the hall to the other, quickly encasing and enclosing the hallway off for your little skirmish with the more potent undead elven figures. Sans, the comedic relief tap dancing skeleton within the fire. It appears to have been a very successful spell. You can see bone shards actually erupt from one of them. A few scatter through the wall, landing blackened and singed from Jera's fire. What else you got?
Well, I'm not gonna move because, yeah, and nothing for a bonus, so I'm good.
Okay. That is a very good point. Let's give me 1 second. Blame Jera.
The brightest light casts the longest shadow.
It doesn't help that shadow's really far away.
Also, bright light, rock of light.
Yeah, but that's within 20 feet. She's not in it.
The light goes to Lissa on my map.
What about it? What?
How much does that one cause?
Which one?
Does your wall of fire
20,
naturally
20.
cause light? Not yours.
Oh, I don't know about, yeah.
It doesn't say
Okay.
light.
Well, we'll treat it as a fire because it, well, is. Okay.
Ooh, I can see farther now.
Oh, I could already see out there. You guys need better eyes.
Yeah, but now there's actual section of bright light.
That's true.
That just encompasses pretty much all the enemies out there. Anything else, Jera?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. There is deep within the temple sounds of chanting. Always a good sign. Every adventurer knows. And then there is the grating of stone and a blood-curdling scream, followed by another and another. And then silence. Percival, you're up.
I'm still in a cocoon, as far as I can tell.
It's not. It's think of it more like form-fitting leather.
Hot.
I am venom. I'm like,
Yeah,
in the venom
I-
suit.
like about half of the venom suit. Like it comes up just past your sternum, doesn't get to around the other arm, sort of down to one knee, hasn't made it all the way down to your boot yet. Not a comfortable feeling. There's the distinct feeling of blood being pulled out of you
Right.
as your blade appears to be very hungry.
Okay. Percival's gonna look at the wall of fire, nod at Jera, and then say, "Well, it looks like Master Jera has bought us some time, so let us deal with these creatures." And then he was going to draw the shadow blade, hex blade back and strike at this.
You have advantage on this
Oh.
attack.
Hell yeah. Okay, let me just figure out. Okay. Okay.
Did you roll
You
that
have
with
advantage.
advantage? Oh,
Roll
okay.
again.
I thought for a moment I was like, what?
Okay. For a brief moment, you feel as if fate is about to intervene in a very unfavorable manner. There's actually a wincing pain in your shoulder that arcs you under their frantic defense of rearing back from their attack on Lysa, managing to score a blow across this figure's chest. This green goo sort of spurts out very briefly. A sort of feeling of disgust from the encased patron of yours. Does not like the taste of this.
Okay. Now let me roll my damage. Let me make sure you know how much that is. Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, that is a solid blow. Disgusted or not, your patron does appear to favor you this evening.
Percival's gonna feel the disgust and just sort of mutter to himself, "We'll deal with it. We'll get you tasty our food later, but first we have to kill the blue man. Come on!" And he's going to strike at the creature again.
Okay. This also has advantage. It appears to have attacked recklessly before.
Right. Okay.
So
that's
no
a hit.
crit, so it is still a hit.
Wow. Nice.
Okay. As you attempt to placate your patron, it tenses against your arm again, sort of starting to take more control of your sword arm and guiding you under defenses in a speed. Lysa, you definitely have a hard time catching it. Nock, the perceptive one, barely can keep up with your sword motion as you catch right into the lower rib of this creature and up through its clavicle on the other side before it fades and small chunks of what proportions of it were corporeal clatter and clamp to the ground. A burnt longsword sharply hitting the ground with a clang of metal in the frenzy of battle. You felled the beast.
Good job.
Yay!
All right.
Okay. Is anything else?
I think that'll be me. That'll be it.
Okay. Does Raven Sir want to do anything? I don't think he was given any commands.
No, he's not doing anything.
Alright.
He's staying out of combat.
He'll actually flap a little higher to the ceiling because that's a big fire. So just make sure you get away from all the melees.
Yes.
Brings us back to the top of initiative. Lysa, the one that struck blow against you has been felled in a quick flourish by Percival. A bright wall of fire has loomed up within the hallway, as well as the light stone of light from the remaining Skorgan, leaving you directly with only the one foe there, just in front of Nock and beside Jera. What do you got?
Well, I'm gonna step in between them over here,
Okay, let's
grumbling the
move.
whole time about the light, and then I'm gonna attack.
Okay. Okay, is this a magic weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Your first blow seems to grate against a armor, the familiar sound of chain that rakes across, and right as you finish pushing all the way through, with a quick lunge and stab back, you come under the creature's armpit with a resounding blow.
Is this still alive?
It is still very much alive.
I want a flurry of blows.
Okay.
How many attacks did that give me? 2?
Right. Excuse me. No, your first 2 attacks they were at advantage. This one did the same as the other.
Oh.
So my apologies.
Oh, so that'd be just my first attack then.
Reroll your dice. You would assume you want to try and keep that damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so your first attack is a hit, and your second one turns into a crit for an
Okay.
additional 6.
I'm gonna not flurry.
Well, hang on. So that is
50.
okay. You're not sure what it was in the creature itself, but as your blade sinks in and a slight twitch of the wrist, it churns, sword reaching and actually stopping just shy of your neck as the red in its chest pulses, dimming and fading. The blade, just on the tip, grazes your neck, and like the other before, the spirit holding the body together flitters, fades, just a chunk of flesh, and the burnt sword scattering onto the ground.
Yeah, that's gonna be all for me.
Yay, advantage.
Yay.
Knock!
I'm gonna take this time just to chug a potion. That's all.
Just glug 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 glug. Okay. So we'll step out of Zephyr. Okay, and that one just dies. Cyrus!
I guess I'll just Sacred Flame the skeleton close. Bam!
Okay, let's see if it continues tap dancing.
No.
Oh no! This skeleton clearly has dancing shoes on, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just Fireball. I don't know why I even use this damn spell. Alright. Then
It tangles around to Lysa.
I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
That'll be it.
There's a brief sound of a splat right next to you, and there's a white spot on one of the bones. You look up. There's a raven up there just chilling.
Alright. Alright.
Jared, I'm going to need you to go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, I believe it is 5d8.
All right.
Oh, Scorgan.
Quite possible. All right. So, Jera,
Yeah.
1.
2.
No.
Oh.
Just 1.
All the others made their save.
I'm expecting to see a lot of red numbers here in the foreseeable future.
I'm waiting for them to come up Sunday.
Scorgan, you're up. So long
I'm
as
up.
you remain on this material plane.
Yes. We'll definitely be considering that at the end of. Okay. Close sheet. I need to look at something. I don't like the placement of everything. I think it's time for us to get a little bit of help in this fight.
That's so.
Yes. They want to play with the undead. I'll play with some of their undead. I'm animating the 2 dead giants, turning them into huge constructs to fight alongside us.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this means I will not be teleporting to another plane at the end of this turn.
So the bones on the ground begin to shake, tremble beneath Xeris's feet. Percival, a few there beneath you. There's a brief sort of almost confusion on the smaller skeletal faces, air quotes, as their heads sort of clatter, jaws opening, closing, as if trying to produce some kind of speech. As one leg attaches pelvis, armor shifting back into place, the sound of metal on stone as it hefts its large sword, burst one, and there in the fire, immediately having to make a dexterity save, the other.
Oh my god, it's back!
It doesn't have that sort of lifeless blue flame in its eyes, either of them, turning their focus on your foes.
Yes, and I will command them to destroy the smaller skeletons.
Okay.
So basically, these things will make an attack with a +8 to hit, with doing 2d12 plus 4 damage.
So first
Do you want
off,
me to, do you want
this
me
one
to-
takes damage from the wall
I figured.
as it finishes forming, immediately sort of lurches as the wall lashes at its back. Jera, roll damage. As sword crashing through the skull, this here skeleton, removing it from the field. Yeah, this roll was quite as accurate. Damn near hit Percival. And Theris, you get shoved.
Get shunted. That's why I said I didn't really like the placement of everything. Right.
See, Scorpion, you have the same color as Nock as far as my little dots go, so we'll use. Yeah. How's that? That icon work for you? I feel like that icon works for you. Little castle.
Okay.
That way we know that they are active. I'm not taking the X's off of them, so my brain doesn't.
Oh no, they're definitely dead skeletons.
Yeah.
They are. And as Jared just reminded me as I was checking it myself, blink is not concentration.
Yep. See that?
So, at the end of my turn, here we go again.
Pop.
And technically, since I am holding it, whoop, I don't need everything. Just for her, basically.
I was gonna say on her token, she can't even tell where the bright light ends and begins because of her personal sight.
I won't even worry about it.
Yeah.
But technically, my light goes with me, so it's only the light of the flames
Noted.
that is being cast.
Okay. This brings us to Jera.
I'm gonna keep concentration going for at least a little bit longer. See if I can pop those 3. So I'm gonna firebolt this one in front of Alyssa.
Okay. There's a searing shriek between you and Percival. It slams into the creature's right in the visor of its helmet. Sends its bones sprawling back.
Thank you.
Welcome. That's what I do. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Brings us. In the brief, adrenaline pumped focus of battle, there is yet another sound of grinding. No screams this time, just grinding.
That's ominous.
Percival, you're up.
Okay. Wait, so, there appears to be a skeleton right in front of me. Percival would turn, sort of grimace, and bring the hexblade around to smash down against the skeleton in front of him.
Okay. All right. Another clatter of bones as the skeletal body ruptures from the attack.
Okay. So quick. Let me see. I have. So I've taken the attack action.
You
Which
can
means
move and attack.
Okay. Could I like? My question is, could I use like an Eldritch Blast as the second attack, or
No.
do I need to strike with the sword?
It would have to be another actual attack.
Okay.
Either throwing the sword or swinging the sword. It would
Okay.
have to be a weapon attack. The only people that get to do that are Eldritch Knights.
Gotcha.
And even then, they're actually bonus action attacking while cantripping, and then
Okay.
later spelling.
So Percival is going to move up to the fire and slash at the skeleton still dancing in the fire.
Nope, that's not the tap dancer. That one was defeated.
Well, okay.
Seemed like actually attacking it was a pretty good way of killing it.
I refuse to believe that.
The feet are still tap dancing, but the skeleton itself so gone, so very gone.
Huh?
Well, yeah.
And that was 15, so I still have a bit. Percival's going to try and back up to get out of the way of the giant skeleton.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Huge giant skeleton. Thank you very much.
Yes, the huge giant skeleton.
All right, Lissa.
Me. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast one of the skeletons on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
The one that's closest.
Heard. Okay, this is why you don't rapid fire, because your first one took it out, but your other two were targeting it, so they hit the ground and really just overkill the hell out of it.
Alright, that's all for me then.
Please don't rapid fire your attacks. Knock, you're up. There appears to be one active foe. Slowly trudging forward through the flames.
Part of me just wants to let him do it.
You could hold action. Prepare an action in case he makes it.
Okay.
What do you want to do if he makes it?
Shoot him.
Okay. So ready your arrows, line up the shot, and just waiting. Just waiting. Okay. Xeris. See if
Xeris will walk around big guy, because Jesus.
it's slowly like lumbering around. You actually duck under its sword as it begins to march towards the remaining foe.
And he's going to go with the tried but not always true Sacred Flame on the skeleton past the wall. Man.
It's a giant, but being between the giants that just put a pretty bad hurting on you. Little gun shy. Your miracle prayer smashes just in front of the skeleton.
Are you kidding? Oh my god.
Welcome to saving throws.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was a campaign where I didn't succeed a single spell.
Attack spells.
Yeah.
Attack spells. Yep. Oh, that makes it Scalaboo's turn. Let's see if he makes it. All right, Knock, fire away.
Shit.
As he marches forward, lowering his spear, ready to run it through Xeris.
Ignore the second number.
Okay, well, that... Xeris, right as the spear tip is thrusting forward as you reel from your misdirected attack, an arrow comes. Shoom. The body stands there for a second as you see the head go flying off and pinning to the wall. And then the left arm falls off, the right arm falls off, spear falls with it, and the bones clatter to the ground.
Xeris turns and gives a quick wave to Knock.
Now, do you intend to proceed forward or retreat? As you see no active foes beyond the light.
Can we sit down for a minute, guys?
I do drop the fire.
I think
And-
taking a moment, letting me get some stuff together.
Scoring, you apparate, and you apparate just as you hear this conversation.
Well, both of these powerful spells I have for about a minute. So I would like to press.
You got 3 rounds left on Blink.
Which is roughly about
18 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is I will order my constructs to move forward to open the door. It looked quite big.
The door is open, but they will begin to trudge forward at the ready.
Oh God.
You see them kind of look from side to side.
Yes.
Heavy blade rested on shoulder. And roll your d20.
Roll my d20 to blink, yes. Well,
And he stays.
yes.
You
And I will continue to follow my constructs into the next room because when you have
Okay.
your enemies basically kind of on the back foot, you have to press.
I'm gonna drink one of my potions.
Must be nice having one of those.
I as well will drink a potion.
Everyone, you have an action.
What's the healing on the potion?
2d4 plus 4.
Okay, thank you.
So someone feel free to correct me if I'm not remembering that correctly.
No, on a potion of healing, it is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
It's 2. As your constructs get this far, there is again another loud sound of grinding glass bone. Now, excuse me while I attempt to make sure I get this particular light correct, as I don't have the ability to adjust it while, or see it while adjusting it. It starts as a small flicker at first. Crimson hues begin to fill the room. Brighter and brighter, stretching out to the walls and soon overpassing the party. Scoring d20. Okay. As right as it's about to touch Scorgan, he just whoop, whoop.
Josh is standing there like figures.
Surprised that Jara's not like looking around to see where he teleported to.
I imagine Scorgan
That's
has
awesome.
actually done this thing before, so Jared is used to it.
Stepping to another plane. I am
Okay,
having quite the conversation with a specific ghost that
apparently
was having similar issues. But
poor guy, right?
yeah, poor guy.
Is there suddenly a light over there? Please tell me there's suddenly a light over there.
Yes, sir. Suddenly, like over here.
Okay, but how much light?
Oh, hey, I see.
It's
a
pretty
thing.
good.
I see a thing that I came here to beat up on.
Why is that dim
Maybe.
light? Okay.
If it helps, Mutt, I have dim light. I think to the entire room.
Yep, I see why
Yeah.
it's dim light.
Yeah, there we go.
So it goes from dim, and it slowly gets brighter and brighter. As for a brief second, when the light finishes its spread across the temple floor, it looks almost as if that statue on the far end is chewing.
Mm,
Gross.
two figures, relatively familiar from things you have fought before, approach it and step into its opening mouth before being crunched away.
Now, does this room give me any deja vu at all?
None.
Okay.
Scorgan, where would you like to
Yes.
reappear?
If I remember right, it's within
10 feet.
10 feet. So we'll just go here.
Okay.
Being that my giants kind of decided to split as they walked in the room.
They're making use of their reach.
Okay.
Everyone, please kindly go ahead and roll a fresh initiative. As Jera, while the room does not give you any sense of deja vu,
This
with
thing
the
is
light emanating from the altar in the center glosses over this figure. It certainly does.
the skull.
The
Is,
skull.
Yeah.
A skull of obvious crystalline origin and crimson hue. I could only get it so crimsony. I apparently don't have that token anymore. I think whoever artist pulled it down. Frenchman, you better know what that means, or I'm gonna be upset with you. I need everyone, once you're done rolling your initiative, to roll a wisdom save.
Hey.
Okay. Anyone sub 10? Speak up.
I think it's just me.
Oh dear. Are you the one that had the red number on initiative? Oh, this is so appropriate. The vengeful Warforged, of all the creatures here present, you witness the sacrificial lambs, so to speak, of those vampiric spawn, again, similar to the ones you fought before, as they seemingly crawl into this figure's mouth to be chomped and eaten away, the gouts of blood that splurt out, and you are shaken to your very core. You are frightened for a total of 7 rounds. You may repeat this save at the end of your turn, but this means you have disadvantage on attempting to attack that and cannot bring yourself to move towards it, it being the skull. My sub 15s that are not knock.
I don't think there was sub 15.
No,
Oh wait,
Percival.
Percival.
Percival, I
I'm
actually
still
need
muted.
you
Yeah.
are no longer. I need a charisma save from you.
God damn. Oh,
Let's check.
What's on the die? A 6. Okay.
it's the same number.
All right. Everyone about you witnesses this as your vision clouds. Your focus is sharpened. Set both your current and maximum HP to 1.
Oh.
Uh,
Ooh.
Set your AC to 25.
I mean, it's not that much of a boost from my current AC.
It's the other thing.
You may not cast spells until you attack a living target. Your patron has taken over.
There is a
Success-
bird.
Successful attack. Well, that is actually sort of a spirit or familiar, and also likes to not be anywhere near y'all for reasons. Also, please
That's
mark
remember.
and try and make a quick macro. Your weapon does the following. For each successful attack, you will add the damage doubled to your maximum hit points and gain the damage dealt to your current.
Successful attack, gain damage doubled to max HP, and gain the damage dealt to
The actual
current.
damage dealt will go to your current.
To current. Okay.
Other effects shall arise.
Oh dear.
Interesting. Remember who gave you all those health potions? Cough, cough.
I think I only have one.
Bullshit! You used up like 6.
Oh my god, that is
Won
precious.
my ass.
You gave me like 6. I've used them all. I think I only have one left.
Yes, but that's not what he's
No,
saying.
yeah,
He's like,
no,
remember who? You know,
remember who gave
Oh
them.
right, yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't stab you.
Since you're Venom right now.
Everyone
More like
else,
Carnage.
his very arm is now the blade that you have seen him use. It has encased him in whole from head to toe. All that is left of Percival is a small glimpse of his face as it hardens into a battle focus.
That's pretty creepy.
Where'd you guys find this guy again?
I think he applied.
France.
So this is what Frenchie were like.
Things happen. From the scattering of corpses about the room, your old tried and true tactic of things appearing.
Oh hey, this seems familiar.
I can get us all closer.
Sorry, there's one more token I need to pull out. Do not panic. It's going to come out very massive.
Look at this.
Yeah,
No, it didn't. It actually didn't. I'm impressed. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay. The spectral figure that appears at the head of the procession fades from sight for reappearing here. A very hard to see figure that sweeps in. I need each non-undead, which, officially speaking, includes constructs,
Uh-huh.
to make a wisdom save. As you see the vision upon this creature's face twist and shift in horrifying.
Oof.
Oh man, you two are not having good with this.
That would be Percival that rolled 2 there. 1 second. Percival, I need a 1d100 from you.
Aye, aye.
Okay. Who are my sub 13 or sub 13s?
That's me.
Me.
Percival, you don't count.
Yep.
And knock.
And knock. Okay. You are of course frightened of this creature.
Poor Knock. Just frightened of everything right now.
Very terrifying creature. Likewise, I do make sure to remember you can save again at end of turn. In case I forget to tell you. Xeris, you're up.
Okay.
That is true, Knock. Your tandem spirit isn't present. That makes sense. Soon as it went away, it just shit just has been just not so good.
Mm. I can do something that'll get us a lot closer, but I don't know if that's good or bad. That alterish thing, is it kind of flat? Is it elevated at all?
It appears to have a slight rise to it. It's hard to see in the lighting. I didn't want to red scale it for the sake of someone.
Mm.
But yeah, this portion slightly raised, and then again here significantly raised, and the light appears to be coming from an orb there in the middle.
Okay. Dang. Alright. I guess I'll just cast a spell on the thing in front of us that seems to be scaring everybody. Sacred Flame just screwed me over too much. Firebolt.
Wow.
Ooh,
Well, that's one way to do it.
that's what I'm talking about. Zerf sees everybody getting scared and this creature trying to frighten everyone, and he charges his hand back and like a Kamehameha just lets loose this firebolt that seems to for some reason grow in size and
It is a mighty and resounding blow, as those who were frightened of the Banshee are released of the terror because it is gone.
Jeez.
Like, so she appears, apparates forward very rapidly while letting loose a horrific shriek. Xeris managing to shrug off the effects immediately. You counter and just blast right through the form. It twists and is dragged away with the fire as the spell putters out on the other end of the room.
Xeris turns his head back with a smirk. I learned that from my uncles. Let's go. And he will move forward. 10, 20, 30.
The giant skeleton turns and kills you.
Well, had fun, guys. You know,
No.
we live and learn.
Okay. Lissa?
Alright, I'm gonna start heading forward. Boop. And that'll be all for me. I'll pat Xeris on the back as I walk past.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Skorgan.
Okay. Skorgan no longer seeing a Banshee. We'll move forward as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And his constructs, assume are going to move their 30 feet forward to.
They knock the benches out of the way.
Yes.
Only make it this far.
Gotta love those.
Yeah.
And
Knocked
then
away.
come on, work with me here. Looking at 115 feet.
120 or 1 square off yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just kind of gauging ranges real quick to see
Yep.
what I had. I think sorry, I'm just checking my distances here on spells.
No, as I was making fun of the typer.
Boop, boop.
Oh,
Yeah.
Didn't know Azek was with us.
So I'm going to prepare a frostbite if one of the enemies comes within 60.
Okay, prepared frostbite if it within 60. Hostile.
Yep.
Okay. As you proceed into the room, can you see the line here?
I see a.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a balcony, which I'm gonna borrow a copy of the Lightstone. I need your Raven to move because. Did I get it? Got it. No, you're good. You're good.
You're good.
Boop. Boop. You proceed forward and can see there are archers up upon the balcony. They have been holding their action, and they fire at you.
Are we supposed to? Is there like actually any token up there, or are you just saying that?
Can y'all not see
No,
up
no,
here?
I see the tokens.
No.
I don't.
It's
I don't
not,
see where you
it's
just
not on the
pinged.
actual balcony. He's got like a second balcony.
Do you not see there?
No,
that may be a
but-
lighting thing.
yeah, it's probably.
You know what?
angle.
It's probably because I can see the light.
Yeah, but I have all players see. Oh, right. I think I
It's
have
probably a
enforced-
lighting thing, like
I
a
think I
sight
have.
thing.
I think I have enforced line of sight. So we're gonna.
Yeah.
Line of sight. So. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
just
so
the
we'll do
lines look so
this,
straight.
we'll
I
do
kind of
this.
assumed that it wasn't that way.
Controlled by all players. Boop.
Going to.
Gotcha.
Oh, hey, I see Skellies.
So like this right here is under the balcony, and this is the actual balcony.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Now I assume it's the same on the other side.
Yep.
You should be able to see stairs, the whole kit and
Mhm.
caboodle. Fortunately, Scorgan, marksmen these skeletons certainly are not.
They got the bow backwards.
Oh no, the shots just didn't hit anywhere near. It's like there's two giant constructs that are blocking line of sight, providing cover, while also being a long range shot. It was not a good shot. It was really bad. Don't. That would reveal a creature within 60 on either side of the balcony if you want to trigger your spell there. They haven't approached. That's up to you.
They're within 60?
Each one here on the edge is just barely within 60.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and trigger one up top.
Okay.
This guy. So let me click it for you because I know there's a save involved. I believe it's con, but yeah, con.
Okay. DC 18, yes.
18.
Boop. All right, Jerry, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to move forward. And I am going to shoot a scorching ray at this skeleton, and the bottom skeleton.
Okay, what was the first one?
That one.
Okay. The first attack glances off the creature's armor.
Second 2 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Minion rules. I assume.
It wouldn't be nostalgic, would it?
True. That's why I figured they kept the names. It's like, wait a second.
Tap dancing through the tulips.
And that should be done.
All right. Things happen. The hue of the light begins to darken. That is all that is perceivable that has happened. Okay, apparently I'm stuck on. Okay, please let me. Okay, do I have control of my screen again? Thank you, Roll20. That was weird. I couldn't move my mouse with the screen moving. Knock again, even though you're in your fairly petrified state from the biggest, baddest enemy in the room. Still the most alert creature in like at least a mile. There appears to be a small section of the orb that has drained out, diluting its whatever contents, dripping into a small cup underneath. Percival, you're up.
Okay. Okay. See. Soul is going to up party. Okay, so we've got Skelly Bros on the southern balcony. We've got skeletons up there. Can I see the skeletons on the balcony?
From there, yes.
Okay. Let's see. How far is that? Let's see. No. Okay. No. Roll 20. Work, please. No, perfect. Percival would like to point, or a creature that was Percival at one point, would like to point his sword at, let me ping.
I see the one.
Yeah.
That one here.
Yep. And
Okay.
launch 3 Eldritch Blasts at it.
No, sir.
No?
You do not have access to your spells.
Oh, right. Percival will glance around at his at the party.
He raises his hand like he's going to.
Hexblade,
Glances around.
I'm assuming you have improved Hexblade. This is going to be your one GM nicety of the night, which means you can make even ranged weapons, provided you can find some ammo.
Yeah, I don't have arrows or anything. I mean, unless.
Just a thought.
I have arrows on him.
Yeah, so it's You create a patch weapon. So does Jer actually have arrows?
No!
Why do you not have arrows?
I can
Uh,
shoot fire.
Fair, but still.
Nox over here just covered in quivers.
Yeah, but she's all the way back there, and I'm all the way up here. Okay. I guess there's not a ton Percy can do at this point.
There's a really big bad enemy over there that appears to be chewing on technically living things.
Yeah, but Jared, does that even have the range though?
You can throw a javelin 60 feet. It'll
Yeah,
be a
but
disadvantage.
it's
But
90 feet from the Skelly Bros.
There's one that's 60 feet up in the balcony.
This one's 60 feet up?
Yeah, the ones that you're seeing back here are actually like right here.
Oh, okay.
hanging or
Oh,
something.
let's see
Yeah.
here. Yeah, it's
They're
65.
technically, like,
Sorry.
right up here.
Oh, they're up there, not all the way back there. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Sure. Percival will look at his sword and sort of shake his head. Have the hex blade transform into a hex javelin and let it fly at the skeleton.
There, does that help with everyone?
Yes, much.
Look, I felt very clever doing that, okay?
Okay. So that is how many feet away? 65, is that what?
Eh, go ahead and throw it.
Alright.
What's the worst that could happen?
you hit Lissa. Or you die.
Please don't hit me.
Or you die. Roll once more. Okay. I had a crit fail fish. So his arm shifts, forming this long protruding spine, and when with a whisk of his wrist, it clatters just at the foot of the balcony before seeming to drip and break away.
Oh, is that true, Jeff?
Yes, you would use your charisma for this one.
No. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just move on.
What does that bring it up to? What does it bring the 12 to?
12. That would be
Plus,
plus 8
you are
plus
considered proficient.
8 plus 5. That would be
So
that would
13
be-
plus charisma.
yeah, is 18.
Okay. Significantly different.
Okay.
Boop. Say thank you, Jera.
Thank you, Jera.
As it
That's-
impales the skeleton clear in the chest before fading away, now being out of your hands. Pan the camera back over to the hallway. With Nock, terrified,
Hi guys.
unable to walk forward at all.
You see, the asshole in me wants to say, enter the room. What could go wrong? But I know it could go wrong entering the room, and I know you can't.
Yeah, no, just if I could breathe, I'd probably be trying to steady my breath right now, but
Okay. Let me put an R on you here. We'll give you. See your purple. Give you that color.
wow.
Okay. Everyone behind you, there is a sudden and very soft sort of shifting sound. You're not sure what it is, but your mind's feel a little clearer. It doesn't seem to have a direct effect on you at the moment, except for someone who happens to be the center of it. So that's action.
Yes, that is an action. And since I'm not moving, I think that's probably it. I can't reach anything from here.
What's
So,
the range on your bow?
150.
I guess technically 600?
I'm about to say, no, it's long range 600, of which you. Well, okay.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I could see them or attack.
Oh, there's this. The room should be lit for you, right? Can you not see in the room?
Oh, I can see in the room, but I also can't make an attack, so
No, you can attack. You have disadvantage attacking him. Attacking this.
wait, isn't an attack an action?
Oh, true. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm juggling.
Me too.
Which brings us to the top of the round. Clittering and say again.
Wouldn't I try and roll against the fear?
Yes, you do that while I begin moving a small army.
Wisdom again?
Yep.
Oh.
It's very, very scary. Very scary.
Yes, it is.
This one actually falls out of the balcony onto the floor. So it's like it falls, actually lands sitting in the pew, starts like kind of looking around, like no one saw that. No one saw that. Let me make sure I put a marker on this one so we know he's the one that's up. I just want an up and down arrow. That'd be just so phenomenally useful. We'll use the tower for him. There we go. Okay. The sound of chewing ceases. Xeris, you're up.
All right. Xeris raises his hands and kind of does a Professor X, and he's like touching his head, and he looks over to Jera, and he goes, "Uncle Jera, do you want to be closer?"
Not right now. I changed my mind.
All right.
A little bit. Yeah, no, I'm good for now.
All right. We'll see you then. And Xeris will cast use a charge from his helmet teleportation, and he's wanting to take Alyssa and Percival, but I believe they have to be willing. So are you guys willing?
You had only enough words to ask Jera.
Well, no, I mean he asked Jera, but this is just a thing. He's not asking.
I'm aware.
A spell thing.
So they don't know that you're doing this.
Wouldn't the spell be the thing?
That's what the spell itself is casting a spell.
Right, but it says willing targets, I believe. So
correct.
I don't have to ask him, right? It's just if they are willing.
Follow with me. Verbally, you only had enough interactive words, and you used them to ask Jera, "Do you want to move closer?"
Right.
Percival and Alyssa have no idea they are targets of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't guarantee they'll come with you.
No, I know. Yeah.
So
I was like asking them out of character if they were. I mean, it just goes.
Yeah. You go where you're going.
I will target. Well, I guess I just go. Yeah. So, see, this is why I was asking about the elevation stuff. Is this okay or is this a slope?
Oh, yeah. It's just a slight little raised dais.
Okay. Yeah.
Percival and Alyssa, roll a D100 for me, please. Okay. You get Percival. Exactly where you want him. Alyssa, not so much.
I mean, he says willing creatures.
They did not resist the spell. She's not going to land where you intended to put her. So, ping where you want Percival to have landed. He doesn't get to pick. It's just somewhere connected to you. Okay.
Slightly up and diagonal. Yeah.
Now, where did you intend for Alyssa to land?
Opposite of him.
Okay. Alyssa, roll a d8. Zeros would really like you not to hit 8. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. Hello.
And Alyssa, aren't you glad this is not a full-blown walking through the portal kind of teleport?
Yeah.
As Harris remembers you saying you have portal sickness.
She would be used to
It
this
was a
because as
I know.
as Rabbit, she would have done this plenty of times.
I'm just teasing her.
That is an action.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe I can cast any cantrip as a bonus action. That would be worth it. So that'll be it.
Okay. And you still have movement.
Yeah, but I mean, this is where I wanted to be. So like, I don't want to get closer to Red Skull. I just kind of want to get everybody up in the action I wanted to be.
So with the sudden lurch forward, Lissa, you're up.
I'm gonna attack the skeleton that just appeared ahead in front of me.
Just you blinked and all of a sudden, oh hi. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
And the light's coming from the orb, right?
It appears to be coming from the orb, yes.
I can move and then attack again, right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna move over and I'm gonna stab at the orb.
Okay. So everyone sees Lissa very quickly dispatch the skeleton, just cleaving right through its heavy armor and sort of shoving it out of the way, and coming with a long whirling slash. This is with your patron blade, correct?
Correct.
Okay. There is a sharp scream in your head. It sounds eerily familiar as Zeris, you see from the tip to the hilt a wash of crimson. And let's say you hear your sister.
God damn it. I was done with her.
Oh, she wasn't done with you. The blade bounces off the orb, and Lissa disappears.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah, crap.
Oh no.
So ends your turn.
Yeah.
Lissa, you find yourself to be standing on a long, what appears to be metal platform, about 60 feet long and only maybe 20 feet wide. And around you, you see beheaded figures, sickly green figures, twisted, murdered, slaughtered souls. Your victims.
Oh darn. That's not good.
I got distracted by the Grayson flaming over in the chat.
Oh, you beat me to it, Jerry.
What, the Frederick?
Beat me to it, Jara.
Yeah. I
Front
was
and
literally
center.
typing to Mutt Frederick's waves.
Front and center are three notable figures. Frederick, a long, sharp, gnarled, and fetid gash from clavicle to navel.
Yeah.
Looks at you and there's not hatred, almost a pride. Your sister, on the other hand, well, she's never liked you to begin with,
Yeah.
as her focus bores almost through you. Dismissive as she always was. The third figure, the face, something's not. It's altogether familiar. A robed figure clutching this blackened staff, broken and shattered, pieces orbiting about itself, that seem to every now and then coalesce back into its normal shape before breaking apart. You see, as we pass over to Skorgan, familiar face of the remaining member of the Wizards Council. Skorgan, you're up.
Okay. I will tell my constructs to clear the way to the skull. Hoping if they move forward and take out some of these things. As I move forward as well.
They missed their blows.
Okay. Gonna go.
Wait,
One,
that's plus one. Where'd my little? I just had the notes for you. Where'd you go?
3, 4, 5, 6. Assuming benches are
Difficult terrain, yes.
difficult terrain.
Nope, that's for Eve. Where's my? There it is. Okay. My fan is like blowing all my cheat sheets like all over the place. So no, this one actually, boop, and boop. I thought they had a lower plus than they do.
Oh, okay. Well, being that that kind of changes me up just a little bit. In that case, then he is going to dash past this one to make it up here with the rest of the party. As he gets here, he will look over his shoulder at Jera momentarily, consider it, and
Don't you say it.
and nod.
Don't you say it, Skorgan.
He's not going to say it. But that's his turn for time being.
Okay.
By my count, I have 2 more turns on the giant, right?
You have 2 more turns. 2 more turns on the giant, and this was your last turn of blink.
Oh, I didn't even do blink yet because I didn't roll it last time too. I thought I was out of that.
No, this is your last run of it.
Last run on blink. Gotcha. Here we go. He does blink.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm putting someone where they belong.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and just move my light stone out of the way over here, since it's really not needed in here. Just to make it easier to move 2 things
I am
instead
blind.
of 3.
Yeah, it's because it's not working on the
okay.
dynamic layer for some reason.
Okay, I see where I am now. Everything's good.
Where did
If
I?
you're messing with that new layer, I tested it last night and it doesn't seem to work exactly the way I thought it was going to. So I've got to play with it some more.
No, I think I just flat out drew on the wrong layer.
I was just warning you that that layer.
Yeah, I have confirmed it's part of BR20. I just found it weird that it wasn't posted up anywhere.
Since you
Part
know
of Roll20?
that's kind of that was kind of a common request.
Well, what I found was anything on that level players can't see, so it kind of defeated the purpose that I wanted to use it for last night.
Ah, that's very good to know. Cause yeah, it's very good to know. All right.
So it's like a second GM layer at best, best. I
Yeah. Make sure I'm on the right layer. That brings us to Jera.
Okay.
Both Lysa and Skorgan have disappeared.
Skorgan I'm used to. Life is a little bit weird.
I mean,
I
she
mean,
shadow steps all the time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say she disappears all the time too, but
Yeah.
But that is in a room full of very bright light.
But first things first, I'm just gonna clear all these skeletons. 4th level magic missile.
Boop ba-doop. Boop ba-doop.
I can get those 2 up top too.
Sorry, it takes me a while to move about.
yeah.
Got ya. Because like
It is-
I'm not
it is-
like. Otherwise, I just would have used the second.
So that was 6 total targets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that's sitting in the pew is just like looking around. Oh, waves.
Ways back.
Starts eating some bone chips.
And then 6 gets me into the pew.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right, Jera. As you step forward, there is a seize upon your heart. You're welcome to let loose a single syllable sound.
Yeah!
I-
I have a feeling bad things are going to happen, so you know.
As you barely turn and look over your shoulder, you can see it clearly being behind him. This figure apparates with its arm about mid forearm deep in his chest, physically grabbing your heart.
That's not good.
And you have taken 21 necrotic damage, which is removed from your maximum hit points.
Okay. Well, that is annoying as my HP thing completely disappeared. So 80 minus 21 is 51? I mean 59?
Someone else do math. I'm pulling
Yes.
stuff.
What was the question? 80 minus 51.
No, I was right.
Okay.
Now, this is not the appropriate token. Unfortunately, that art resource apparently got removed since last week. So we're just going to tint this little dude pink. There we go. That's the breast cancer awareness murderer.
Hmm.
Yeah. So there is a spectral figure. Looks quite similar to an individual you all spoke with, but there's a sickly greenness to him that you don't recall that particular ghost having.
Albert, why?
Hey, too, Albert. Hey, too.
Dude, how about it? This the room darkens a shade further. Zaris, Percival, Scorgan, even Knock back there. Hawkeye Knock back there. Fortunately, Jared, you're a little distracted.
Yeah.
Witness that the orb is about now half empty or half full, depending on how optimistic or pessimistic you want to be.
Without lights, you'd have to shop in the dark.
First of all, you're up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, no,
I
Scorgan, you
forgot
don't
you
see
did.
that because you blunk out.
Yeah,
Blinketed.
I'm on the
Ethereal plane.
ethereal plane.
For the record, Scorgan, the good guy ghost, he's still there. He's been following and like sort of keeping up with you.
Oh yeah.
And brief bursts like, what's going on? And then the one that was following him just disappears. Which is always a good sign when something leaves the ethereal plane. Alright, Percy, what you got?
Okay. Would I hear Jarek getting old shanked?
He yelped.
Mm.
That was in character.
Jarek's always sort of a yelper though.
Percival doesn't know that.
Fair. Trusting that the fire mage can handle himself at least for a little while. Percy is gonna run forward. Was there anything about movement across this
This particular spot is unpassable terrain. There is a pedestal with a glass orb that appears to be draining into a cup.
Okay, Percy was just like going past it.
Yeah, so you making that clear. That direct center is unpassable.
Right. Okay, so Percy's gonna go around, say, well, let's get on with it, and have
This
form
would've been
another.
30. That would be 30 there.
Yeah, that's fine. He's going to summon another spike, take aim, and let loose toward the skull.
Oh, you do need to roll your javelin damage from before, even if it was a minion, because it affects your hit pool.
Oh yes. Okay. Javelin is 1d6.
Yes.
Okay. 6.
Plus your cha.
Yeah, so that's 7.
So you are now at 8 total, or 8 current, and 15 total.
Yeah. Okay. I will enter that once my character sheet's playing. Okay. So yes, Percy would like to summon another javelin and let loose at the skull.
Okay.
Just straight roll to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
So another barb appears in his hand, seemingly out of his arm as it coalesces. Okay. A solid hit as it cracks into the crystalline form.
Alrighty.
Make sure you roll your damage. Okay.
Brings me
So
up to-
again, you gain 14 max, 7 current.
Yep. So it's 15 and 29. Okay. Seeing the strike, Percy is gonna,
You only conjure the weapon once.
Fair enough. Okay. Right. Okay. I guess that'll be Percy.
Okay. Give me a charisma save, please.
He's like pissed off the Elder God.
Okay. Your effects remain. In addition,
Oh God.
Your next 1d6 plus charisma
Oh.
attacks will have advantage,
Oh.
but
Oh.
will cost 1d6 health each
Okay.
time.
So first roll is for advantage attacks. Nice.
Oh boy.
Nice. That's very nice. And this is how much health they're gonna cost.
No, you're going to roll that every time you make the attack.
And it's
Oh,
only,
okay.
And it's only 1d6 damage, right?
And it's only 1d6 damage every time you attack.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So 11
It takes
advantage.
1d6 damage.
Every time he attacks, for the next 11 attacks, he'll take
Okay.
1d6 damage. Knock!
You can do it, Knock.
Disadvantage is only on the skull, right?
Only on the skull.
Okay. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna shoot at the orb. Don't worry, Jerry, you're fine.
Don't worry, I guarantee me and Jared just have the same exact thought.
Yeah.
Physical arrows, incorporeal creature, solid object on the other side.
I say go for it.
So you launch your arrows at the orb. That one just flies wide, as does the other. There's
Okay.
giant constructs in the way, a lot of obscuring terrain in Xeris.
And Zeus.
Some say the most obscuring of terrain.
Make sure to roll your save. Okay. Congratulations. You have shaken your fear.
Just took firing some arrows.
Yeah, just focusing on something else for just a split second. Lisa.
That's me.
It's not your turn yet. We're just panning the camera, air quotes, down to you. I guess technically we can literally, you can literally pan a camera, but I digress.
People who watch my stream can see it.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I don't have like a pretty token for everyone of your victims. I like that you linked your stream to people that would already watching your stream.
I
Gotta
mean,
self-promote mud.
I mean, you gotta promote, but something about preaching to the choir, yada yada.
there's actually a
As
lot
of right now, outside of her normal hostility towards you, none of the figures appear to be aggressive.
Oh, that's good.
As you look up, there's a thin light that seems to radiate upwards. This little area here. Boop. The shape of everything's familiar. And you look down your hand, your sword is gone.
Am I in my own sword?
Xeris, you're up.
All right. So, can you explain to me a little more exactly what this is, like what it's doing, what it looks like?
As it stands right now, it is an orb about the size of your head.
Mm.
That it looks to be filled with liquid that has been dripping out like very thick, viscous blood into a large chalice upon a pedestal. It is about at the halfway point. You've now seen several attempted attacks, one of which was immediately followed by your aunt disappearing, and the other of arrows landing on either side just shy of hitting it.
Right. And the orb, does it look any damage from when Lissa hit it?
She never made contact.
Oh, I see.
You saw her swing and immediately reach for her head. Didn't even finish the swing.
Didn't even finish the swing. Okay. In this school, this looks like what we've been described that we're after. Yes, the red
Yes,
skull.
correct.
Okay.
It is a giant crimson and clearly active skull. That is where the grinding and chewing of bone sound was coming from.
Is it like a creature or is it a wall?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm trying to think, like, would any of my spells that like target creatures work on it? Because like, can I just is it a wall? Does it work? Oh,
I would assume it would, but there's one way to try.
There's one
Yeah.
guaranteed way to find out.
You know what, you're right, and that's why Xeris is going to try to grab the chalice out from under the orb.
Okay. I need a wisdom save.
All right. As soon as my character sheet opens, there it goes. Come on. 21?
Okay. You do not manage to pull it out. As you wrap your hands around it, your vision darkens. Very briefly, not blinding.
Mm-hmm.
Bile raises in the back of your throat. You have grip on it, and you can see, starting on these very small ancillary veins and blood vessels working its way up your, beginning to turn black very quickly.
Okay, but I have grip on it,
You have a grip on it,
and like,
and,
it's
or
like
when you went to pull,
yeah.
it's physically connected to the pedestal.
Shit.
But you've kept your wits about you.
Okay. Well, here's another question, because this is something that Xeris would know, because he's done this plenty of times. Objects with a teleportation spell. Do they come with you if you're touching them?
You're fairly sure you're not going to be able to pull the entire pedestal.
Damn.
I
Well,
want to
then
point out to my other regular veterans, I was very specific in my phrasing there. That's the only hint he's going to get.
I really want to get this out of here, but I don't know what to do.
I will be polite and remind the orb is a separate object.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but like, she disappeared as soon as she went for it, so I don't know.
Do it.
I mean, I'm going to pretty much. I've looked over so many spells. There's so many that's like I wish I could use it, but they're all creature, and then orb's not a creature. That at least I'm 90% sure. Okay, yeah. Can I grab the orb instead?
Okay.
Because he tries to move this chalice, and seeing that it's not moving, and it's instantly like corrupting the hell out of his
You
veins and
swallow
body.
back your bile
Yeah.
and quickly look up at the orb, and with very little thought behind the action, just instinct and preparation, your hand scoops up and touches the bottom. Xeris disappears.
Fair enough.
Xeris, you're home,
Oh, that's
but
nice.
something's not right. The fields that you've tended to with your father, rotted, left to waste, overgrown, fences left unmended, door torn from shutter, and dirt, mud, blood. You stand at the footsteps of your childhood home. Lysa, you are up.
My turn. So the third figure with the broken staff, I know who the old guy is. I know who the horrible sister is. Who are you? Pardon me not for remembering every person I've taken out.
Feel insulted that I meant so little to you. I could have done such great works. I finally had his staff.
Oh, it is the rat. Okay, see, I thought it was you.
Jara starts whistling innocently for no real reason.
The staff breaks into shards and reassembles. I had power at last.
It's,
Why, Lysa?
you know, that's a very good question. And I don't have an answer for you.
He fades away. The last words you hear from him is, I hope you can spend the gold where you're going.
We both know I can't. Let's be honest here.
Unless you intend to interact with your surroundings, you can no longer communicate with anyone. That was your words.
No,
So to
I'm just
speak.
gonna casually glance around at
Several-
the field of bodies.
Faceless. It's a pretty, like, it expands further on beyond the platform. They hover about, seeming to move about the long beam of light up and down in globs. Scorgan, you're up.
Okay. Reappearing from another dimension, not realizing what really has transpired, he will put his plan into action.
Okay.
Upon returning,
Zaris, move your camera northeast.
he will look over his shoulder back at
Okay.
Jara.
Jara will nod.
And then he will cast Thunder Wave on the orb and pillar.
The return of the Thundertoad, damn it.
Okay.
Worked last time.
Thundertoad doesn't get the reference.
I don't
This-
think
this-
the
this-
damage will make much difference. But,
Yes, it will.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Okay. I like that it's a thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
No, not thunder. Thunder damage.
You want to hear something funny? That's
I-
not my mistype.
Interesting.
That's
I'm-
all of my spells have been drug.
Drag and drops.
Yeah,
That's
drag and drop.
that's impressive.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So there was a loud crack of thunder that Percival, Jera, and Nock, as well as Scorgan, get to hear as it blasts into the pedestal itself. It shakes. You notice a crack in the floor beneath you, there in the, under your feet, Scorgan.
Ooh.
You-
I
Very,
liked it.
very thin. And then the orb shatters.
Scorgan braces himself for the fall.
Rising up from the now very quickly filled chalice as it all gets sucked down as though by vacuum, glass shards it all. A head takes shape, seemingly made of the blood therein, and locks eyes with you, Scorgan.
Okay.
My son, I'm sorry. Before it is yanked back down. Jera, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to turn my head, see the spirit with its hand in me.
It squeezes a little.
Yeah, let's stop that. I'm gonna cast Immolation on it.
Okay. Invor dodges while inside you.
If it does, I will just give up.
What's the DC?
18.
Uh-huh.
Did it save?
Does it take half damage on a save?
I'm reading. Yes.
Okay, so it takes damage.
So it takes 13 damage in total from a 5th level spell.
Oof.
Damn.
But you know what? Honestly, that's fitting, Jera.
I mean, it's literally like gripping your heart. It's like you really couldn't bring the full brunt of your spell to bear.
Yeah. That was my thing. Yeah, but it succeeded. Like, if it fails, it's a mean spell.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to take it away, because I'm pretty sure that would just kill me. So, I'm good.
Okay. Well, it squeezes violently.
Yes.
As it part in it, it does rear from the pain, so instinct seems to have that mortal instinct of the muscles seizing, so it spazzes. Fortunately, the arm seems to become incorporeal as it pulls, as if in a ripping motion, and it kind of looks at its hand, looks at you, angry. That's when you realize it's just it looked like Albert, but is twisted and seems to have been maybe borrowing the apparition.
Oh.
I need, as its turn ends, charisma saves from everyone within the temple room.
Well, are me and Lissa technically in the room?
Nope.
Shit. Well, we're screwed. Listen.
Charisma save.
No. Well, I don't know why you're saying you're screwed. You're
Yeah,
not
you don't
making a
have to
save.
potentially
Yeah.
get the effect.
Because we're freaking on a different plane or something. I was hoping we were just kind of invisible and like in our own mind.
Congratulations, you don't get eaten by the giant skull.
I'm in.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
inside my
And that
own sword right now.
apparently includes your Raven. He is with you.
Okay. Give me a sec. I have his sheet here somewhere.
Oh, and he did walk forward on your turn.
Charisma. Oh yeah. Yeah. Should be moving their 30 feet basically.
Oh, they can dash, right? Or no, they can only move
no,
the 30. They're not
because,
actually okay.
yeah, as part of they move 30 feet on their.
Yeah. Okay. Jera and Skorgan,
Yeah.
please attack each other with your most effective cantrip.
Magic jewel.
As your
Most
bodies
effective.
are twisted and pointed at each other. Jera, right as it happens, you see a gleam in the eyes of the skull across from you.
Okay. Boop. Oof.
I think
What?
guidance is probably my most effective.
Wow.
Damaging, Skorgan.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to clarify because
Your
that
most
was kind of a
attack-worthy.
weird way of going
Yes,
around.
yeah.
If you want most damaging, yeah.
Most
That's
most attacky cantrip.
Most attack.
Damn, Jero.
Also, I can see Skorgan's health. He's fine. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been touched.
He's been popping in and out of the dimensions this whole
I would
fight.
say Blink's really useful.
Yeah.
Hard to get hit by AoEs when you're not on this plane of existence.
Okay, so this is my most damaging. But I don't think he's within 30 feet of me.
Then work your way down your list.
So yeah, I'm working on it. So it's gonna
Uh-huh.
be Toll the Dead.
Boing.
Oh, and 18.
Ah!
Ah! Fantastic!
I thank you for saving me from the 3d12s that you would have done.
It wouldn't have been because
There's only 18 damage.
yeah.
No, I've already.
Oh,
been
right,
damaged.
because he's been damaged. So it would have been 3d12s, yeah.
It would have been 3d12.
So
See, he
Skorgan.
was supposed to roll both the way I had that. So that one's not set up the way I intended. But
Well,
okay.
good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Red Skull, for helping us test that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did he hit me with?
25 fire damage.
25 fire damage. Am I able to react to that?
Yes, you. Outside of a part of your knowledge being forced out into the plane,
Right. Well, what
you
I'm
have
saying
control of
is
yourself.
if I have the ability to
Yes.
react to it, I'm going to absorb elements on that.
Okay.
So I take half damage basically. So that'd be rounded up 13.
Yes.
And that was a first level, so that's actually 12 because I would have gained one temporary process.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Percival.
Okay. So the chalice has the orb has
The orb has exploded.
Right.
You heard in your battle haze something talk behind you, but there's no outside of sudden flinging of spell words at each other. No sound of battle behind you.
Okay. So I, unfortunately,
For the record, it is canon that this guy's down here just eating bone chips, just enjoying the show.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
good. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
The guy up on the balcony.
He's actually down on the floor, sitting in the pew, just like,
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Down there.
like,
Mhm.
ooh, Jara and Scorgan attack each other. I didn't anticipate that twist. Okay. So what's my
honestly, I was waiting for one of them to yell, "I'm in control." I'm kind of upset at both of you.
speed? 30 feet. Okay. So I can't quite reach the skull. Yeah. Okay. Percival knows I gotta destroy the skull, so he is going to. There we go. Move 30 feet.
Okay.
Draw
I need a D100.
D100.
Mm-hmm. As your foot touches fresh blood,
It's okay, Percy.
I don't like the way you said that, Scorgan.
It's okay.
It'll be fine.
there is a pulse throughout your patron as a sword is forced into your hand and you charge forward. It is a great sword in your hand. Swing away.
Okay. So these are with advantage. Oof. Okay.
That connects.
Okay. And greatsword is 1d12, yes?
2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you
Okay.
gain that and then take 1d6 damage.
Right. Nice.
Convenient!
Yeah. So that is.
Okay. And knock, remember you're on deck, so prepare yourself.
And I can swing again, yes?
Mm-hmm. You made an
Okay.
attack action.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's probably not good for me in the long run, but
No, you're
Now you're fine.
you're channeling your god.
yeah, I don't think Percy has a happy ending in all this, but as he becomes more and more Venom, but
I need 3 D100s.
and Mutt says stuff like that.
Stagger
That's
them
what
out
Mutt
for
did.
me.
Okay.
This is after you do your damage.
Oh yes. Okay. Thank
French
you, Nut.
Venom sounds amazing.
Okay.
10,
So
10,
crit damage.
10 out of 10 would watch French Venom.
Okay, so crit damage. You
So
double the die.
4d6
46 plus my.
plus mod.
Okay. Oof. That's not great.
Then you gain, take 1d6.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Now the fun part.
For who?
Everybody.
I would like to think everybody.
Okay, so this is the first D100.
Correct. Okay. Result.
30.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, didn't know you were.
Next D100.
27.
Thank you.
Last one.
Mm-hmm.
47.
Okay. Percival, I think you're happy because one, you are yourself again, though never yourself as you were before.
Cheerio, chaps.
Yep, that's not him, Firebolt.
Your right arm will never return to its normal mortal flesh.
Whoa.
It has been forever contributed to your patron.
So I just have like a permanent.
Blackened, encased arm.
Okay.
It still functions. It's more cosmetic than anything, as far as you know. The second result, you have a sense of clarity. Increase passive perception for the next 24 hours by +2.
Ooh, okay. Perception. Okay.
And the last one was 47, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Request of your allies, pick 2 of them. It was the right arm that became his patron. His dominant sword arm. Pick 2 of your allies, and this is at the table, not in the room. They are going to roll 1d100. Make sure you have the players you want doing it in the order you want.
Okay. Okay. I know.
So who do you want rolling your first d100?
Okay. I want Scorgan to roll my first D100 because I
Okay.
presume something horrible will happen, and then I want Jera to roll on the hope that he can save me.
Oh, you went the wrong way, sir.
Score and result.
82.
Thank you.
Jera 67.
I'm
Okay.
in control.
Okay. I will see you at the top of the round. Knock, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
I actually forgot what I had planned. I think I remember. It was
Really big threat over there.
which one?
Jera.
Not the Jera, the thing
Yes,
Jera
Jera is the
pinged.
threat.
Now I remember. I at first was gonna be upset, and then said because Payer's not here to take care of the inconveniences. Poor Payer. And then I'm going to don't move, Jera. Don't move.
Okay.
And yes, the second
Yeah.
damage. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're not sure where the voice comes from. It's a very thin, whispery voice, Jera, but it just instills so much trust in you all of a sudden as an arrow lodges itself on the very corner of your robes and gets latched and just stuck in. There's a scream of agony behind you, and the spirit is gone.
Yay.
Nailed it.
She still gets another attack. You're more than welcome to make that against Jera. I mean, you want to knock your other arrow free, right? It's stuck now.
Jera does not forget.
Yeah, but he's pretty good at forgiving.
Maybe.
Okay, so I think it's just the skull, and I need to refresh myself on something. I actually don't know if I can do that this turn. It just says an attack. So does the like extra attack still count for an attack?
It is an individual attack, yeah.
Okay. Then supposing I can do this to the skull.
Okay.
Wait, did that roll right? I don't think that did. Nope, that was the wrong one.
Okay.
Got like 5 of them in here.
There is a hit.
Why do I have so many of these? Yes.
Okay.
I
Just
lost track of
try-
which one I'm looking at here. It's 3 of these. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, that's what went wrong. Okay.
Yeah, that is a solid hit.
Okay, that's it. You're welcome, Jared.
Thank you.
All right. Listen, Zaris, I'll be right with you in a moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm at home. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's great. Everything's fine. Zaris!
Yeah,
Not Zaris. Sorry. Percival!
that's why I was confused.
you were the last one that spoke, so you were
I was
just
like,
you were fresh in my mind.
Yes.
Percival, you have been chosen to be the bearer of your patron in full.
Oh shit.
You may resist this. You will have to roll below a 15 if you so choose. If you fail, as an avatar of your weapon, of your Hexblade patron, Percival will cease to be.
And Bill will take over.
No, I
Um,
won't.
Boo. So if if I willingly accept this, is it something that is reversible? Is it only if I resist and fail that it erases me?
If you opt to not resist, a portion of your conscience remains active, ever in service to your patron.
Oh, that's real tricky. As much as Percy likes the power, this has always been more of a two-way relationship than his sword would like. So Percy's gonna resist.
Okay. 1d100, you need to roll lower than 15.
Oh,
Oh, you
thanks a
screwed
lot,
up.
Jera.
No way. Is that actually 100?
Oh wow.
Your sword
Holy
shatters.
crap.
Oh no.
You only have access to your magic. Your hit point current and maximum no longer change. You still have the benefits of the advantageous attacks and other blessings.
Okay. Well, okay, there goes Percy's whole
And-
class.
And I will note, as that sword shatters, that was probably the tenderest of caresses your patron ever gave you.
Oh, man, maybe a. Okay. Percy's gonna gulp, let out a little sacre bleu, turn toward the Red Skull, and just unleash every bit
It's
of
not your
Eldritch.
turn.
It's not my pet. What? Oh, fuck.
It's
Fine.
not your turn. That was top of the round. His arm is still there. That is a permanent change. Zaris,
Hi.
you're standing at the dilapidated childhood home. What would you like to do?
Mom? Dad?
No answer. Just wind.
Guys, this isn't funny. And Zeus will walk forward slowly.
Towards the door.
Yeah, he's going towards the house.
The small steps leading up to the slight raise into the house creak under your weight, crack a little from ill care. There's no light inside. The fire long out. The wind chill.
Lou, Leah, anybody.
You were too late.
What? Who's there? And he'll try to cast light on an object in the room.
Okay, you reach out and touch a painting. Your little sister's. It illuminates brightly. The house is tossed. Very evident from your years adventuring with Rabbit. Bandits? Orcs. Definitely orcs, as your eyes fall on a singular corpse of a hellishly large brute. Familiar short swords jabbed on either side of its neck.
Do I see? I only see this orc with swords in its neck.
That's all you see.
I'm going to do a very quick run through of the house,
Okay.
looking for my family.
You proceed through. Valuables taken. House ransacked. And once again, the voice. You were too late.
Does it sound familiar? The voice?
No.
Who are you? Show yourself.
Just, aren't you proud to be an adventurer? Bow, hurrah. As it gets about towards the end of that sentence, it sounds like no. Couldn't be. He was just in the room with you, back in the temple. Lissa!
Me. So I'm gonna look at Frederick. Like, to all the people I've killed, I think you are the most prestigious.
Prestige means nothing once you're dead.
Of course not. But it's still the one I'm the most proud of. Take out the leader of an entire country, that's pretty impressive. I don't think many people even know about it, but I'm still proud of it.
An entire country. Several. Thrown into chaos.
Many innocent victims, probably, too.
It was a clean kill. I thank you for that.
I do a lot of things.
So-
I usually try not to cause too much suffering. Usually, looking at my sister.
He grins, and it is, on a man of his stature, it is a frightening grin. I'm fairly sure, had you tried to take him on in fair combat, you know better.
Well, that's why I didn't do it.
Oh, you've caused much suffering.
Eh.
And he fades.
And I'm probably nearing the end of that.
Your sister looks on in silence.
I stare at
Scorgan.
her.
Yes.
God damn it, Scorgan!
Okay. I'm going to try something. I still have control of myself, right, Mutt? I'm not like wanting to continue
That
to
was it.
grow.
Correct.
Just make sure. I'm going to pull out my water skin and pour the contents of it into the chalice. Trying to overflow it.
Okay.
Just from
I want
my
to
description,
confirm
it's like total.
it's water in
Yep.
your water skin. Okay, just making sure it wasn't like, some
no.
high grade wine.
It's the same one that I've been carrying forever that I never use.
Okay.
It's probably
So-
pretty stagnant water.
Pop the cork, get a good whiff of it, and just begin to squeeze out the bladder. It doesn't take long, as it was already roiling right near the top. It begins to slosh over. You're not sure what effects it will have. Do you want to move at all, other than the 5 feet it'll take you to get up to the chalice?
No, I want to kind of remain.
Okay.
So the basically the effect is, it did like
It is
overflow.
definitely, it is very much overflowing.
Excellent.
Oh, what was your perception? Where? Okay, my fan apparently stole that cheat sheet. What was your passive perception? If you beat me to finding my cheat sheet.
What is my
Fan-
passive perception?
I got it. Yes. As it flows over, you see very hard. It's very difficult to make out in the light as it is. Faces. None familiar, but one. That
But
spill.
yeah.
They spill out and cascade to the floor.
Excellent.
You'll need to move to one of the 4 corners to have done that.
To one of the 4 corners. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be probably this corner then.
No, these corners.
Oh, those corners. I thought
Yeah,
you. thought you
no,
were-
the-
I needed to move
the
to
challenge
avoid
here.
Yeah.
So one of
I
these.
thought you were saying, that I needed to move to avoid the overflowing.
No, Lisa. Okay. Kara!
Yes.
Oh, and your
Giant
compatriots,
moves.
they collapse. That was a lot. 2 turns.
No, it was 3 turns.
It was 2.
It was
2
one full minute, right? So that would have been the essential of 10 rounds. We used 3 rounds to walk in. So that should have given us a total of 6 in combat.
Plus the rounds from the previous combat.
They were only up for 1 combat round. No, 2 combat rounds.
Plus the conversation. The one in between that fight and this fight.
Okay. I mean, that I had completely different plans for when they actually got close enough. So, but
No, they're moving 30. I'm just right now taking their token off. They're collapsing at the end of this turn, right? It's at the end of the turn.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it completely change. If I don't have another round where I can do something next round, then it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter if they collapse now or at the beginning of my next turn. I was thinking I still had one more full turn.
All right, Jara.
Okay. I'm going to approach the altar. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And using all of my studies and all that, could I begin to figure out what this ritual or whatever it was actually is?
Roll Arcana. Okay. With your now focused attention on it, Mr. 12 Passive Perception, you also make out the shapes of faces as it pours out, scoring there, squeezing the bladder, overflowing the vessel. None of them are familiar to you, but it definitely was trapping souls, perhaps? To what end? It's hard to make out in a very brief span. That'll be a bonus action.
Okay. Because this worked so well the last time we were here, I'm going to firebolt the skull.
Okay.
Because we didn't spend like a good half hour beating it on it.
I think it'll work.
Hi, Jara. After the barrage of Percival in his patronic form, your bolt lances and hits dead center. And everything stops for about a second. A sharp crack runs down the face of it.
Blink.
Your heart swells as you see it break and rend. Oozing out from it, excuse me while I get the right token.
Ah, crap.
A very familiar face.
Son of a bitch.
Wait, what?
We never got my body the first time.
Oh my god, we have to kill Nekajara.
Zaris, Lysa.
Yeah.
You are ripped from your current precipice on these pocket dimensions.
That's good.
Let me zoom my map out so I can move you accordingly. You appear here. Lysa, you appear up on the balcony. You don't get to hear what your sister had to say to you.
That's probably for the best. Thanks, Jara.
Thumbs up.
For the record, you're both directed this way. To Jara. Covered in blood and viscera. Still burning bright. Though it gutters and lowers to a low ember now and then. His eyes are locked on Scorgan. That is where we fade to black.
Oof.
Yeah,
Okay, I've been saying all night you were going to get to attack Jera.
Yeah. Now, feel free to attack that one.
Dun dun dun.
For the record, Jera, that's your original token too.
You saved it. Oh,
It's
you
a-
went to the old campaign, didn't you?
It's just sitting here in my collection.
Fair enough.
You should have used the word. He just yells.
And I start glaring into the back of his head.
Oh, you're scoring hits from both sides.
Like I whispered to you, but that was very cathartic.
Oh, I know. I know.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So I killed Darius.
Yeah. Did not expect that one.
Like I said, it's not something that I know I did. It is something that Lissa would do. So it's
Right.
100%
Yeah.
believable.
Well, me and Jera were actually talking about it. That really changes
Yeah.
the that I'm currently in.
I did apologize to Scorpion for sending him a dead man.
Oh, well, right.
Just chilling in the afterlife. Oh shit!
Uh huh.
That makes it even funnier somehow.
So for those who Lester, are you still streaming? Because I
Yes.
feel like this needs to be on the
It
record.
is
Okay.
streaming.
So for those who are unaware of exactly how the future just got affected very aggressively, the end of the last campaign, there were 3 individuals that were given the effects of very specific rings. This was a absolute shit hits the fan, we don't know if we won or lost ordeal, in which great magic was worked for the following effect. The individuals targeted by said rings would be protected from all outcomes, good or bad. These individuals were Scorgan, Darius, who, as you can tell by the conversation just now, died at the hands of Lissa,
That was me.
and Jera's wife.
And Amethyst.
And Amethyst.
Oh, right, that's right.
There were
4
4.
rings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling what you meant for Jared to take that one.
I didn't mean. I made no plans. For the record, Scorgan, he almost got me good, wanting to send a fucking god with his ring.
Oh yeah, I remember us having that conversation.
I'm like,
That was-
huh? That's well, shit.
And then I remember there was Plan C, which was, I believe, nicknamed the Orcus Bomb.
The Orcus Bomb. That was something completely
So-
different. But yes.
Effectively, yes. At this point in history, Darius is confirmed dead. And it was not a clean kill.
But I got paid, so, you know.
Yeah, pretty well.
Did
Um,
Darius ever find out who broke his master staff?
NPC Darius or PC Darius?
NPC.
Nope.
Okay, then I feel better.
Wow.
All he knows is he finally had it. It was in his hands.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
And then, Hexblade stuff happened.
Yeah.
What would if Percy had accepted the patron? What would have happened?
I'm sorry, I just looked at Red Chat. I saw Lissa. Lissa's not a good person. If you had accepted, well, you you would no longer have control, as sort of a almost demigod character would have stepped in your place.
Instead, you get Percy.
Without a sword.
But on
That
the
is sword.
upside, like you would have fulfilled a pretty potent step within a pact of a warlock. So,
Well, and that's the end of the stream.
with me going, really?